everybody, to WTL. Where's the line? I'm your host, Andy Klassen, joined by
Jabron.
Oh, the Parlay Pounder.
You got it. You got it.
And we're going to wrap up like we wrap up a lot of our shows. The NFL.
Prime time, baby.
Let's get right into it.
Let's do it.
Sunday night.
Yeah.
This really is a good one. I can't wait to see this one, and that's one of my favorite broadcasts usually of the week. I really like that crew over there on NBC.
Yeah.
7:20 kickoff. We got the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Dallas Cowboys. Cowboys 9-3. Eagles 10-2.
Yeah.
Eagles, oh boy, they kind of let us down a little bit.
They
didn't
did.
They let us down a little bit.
They did.
But Dallas, we're talking hits and misses. Dallas cashed for us.
Cash money.
Hey, say what you want about Dak and the boys. They've been doing pretty darn good this year.
They are, and he is odds-on favorite to win the MVP right now at plus 200.
I believe
so
it.
you can see how people are feeling about him, especially on the sportsbook, thinking he pretty much has this MVP locked up. If he has a big game here against Philadelphia, you can almost cash that, Andy.
His numbers bear that. He deserves it.
They do.
He really does.
If he makes a big statement in this NFC East against the defending NFC team, this goes a long way.
When else are you going to do it? Prime time at home.
Yep.
Philadelphia coming off a beating like that. You might have caught something on film. Dallas is a 3.5 point favorite.
Yeah.
You got that total. Got bet up to 52.
Yeah, Andy. And it felt like the Eagles were just kind of skating by with shaky play, injuries, and defense that was taking a step back. The Eagles, like you said, finally just broke everybody's heart and just lost in a blowout loss to the Niners.
Yeah.
You have Debo, you have Chris McCaffrey just running wild on you.
Oh, man.
Now they have to lick their wounds, go on the road, and play the red-hot Cowboys, like you just said.
Yeah.
And, this has to be the NFC East crown. This is the win-all game here. The Cowboys have had extra time to prepare for this one. Every team, I just believe the Cowboys rivalry here I really like the Cowboys here, Andy.
I do too. I think the Cowboys are going to win. I think the Cowboys are going to cover. And I'm probably looking at that over because that's what these two teams do in this type of a game. Yeah. And also, I'm looking up and down this Philadelphia injury list. I hate it. A lot of defensive players up and down this report here were questionables with groins, hamstrings at linebacker, defensive tackle. Also, a local boy, Cam Jurgens, on the IR with a foot injury. Again. Hate to see that. And they actually moved him in that starting role at guard because he was too good. They had to get him on the field, and he was doing well. So, that just, once again, speaks to what Philadelphia is dealing with right now with these injuries.
Yeah, Andy. I don't so much like the spread with the VIG there at 3.5 is what I'm seeing it at. If you can get it at 3, I do like it a lot more, but I do believe at the end of the day the Dallas Cowboys win this by a touchdown. So I do like the Dallas Cowboys in this game, Andy.
Well, and a lot of folks are going with the under here. They're thinking, okay, you're talking about all these injuries, a couple on offense. I don't know. Dak is on a tear.
Yeah.
He's really impressed me this year.
It's very hard for me to back unders when there's so many superstars on the field. You got CeeDee Lamb, you got A.J. Brown, two of the best receivers going at it, both on the outside. I know that these defenses are somewhat, very good with their corners on the outside, but these are two of the best players in the entire NFL, and especially when you start talking about Dak and Mr. Hurts. So I would lean on the over just because that's what these two teams do, it seems like.
When you get in a couple of different fantasy leagues and you start seeing a lot of names over and over, I don't know what I ever did to CeeDee Lamb, but it seems like he beats me every week. Every week, this guy just piles on the points.
Has over 100 yards and 2 touchdowns, it seems like. Yeah,
what a jerk.
No, I agree with that, Andy. This has all the makings to be kind of a shootout kind of a game if the Eagles can keep up.
There you go. If the Eagles can keep up, and I'm not sure they can.
No.
Not in this scenario here. And usually, you know me, I'm not ever too high on Dallas, but I am for this one.
For this one, I am, and it's pretty crazy with an NFC East showdown.
Yeah,
that it's
pretty cool.
We don't think it's going to be that close of a game, but give me the Cowboys by a touchdown.
There we go. All right, should we talk about a historic Monday night coming up here? For whatever reasons, we're going to have 2 Monday night games simultaneously owned by the same company. I mean, everybody's piling on Disney Corporation. It's low fruit, easy punching bag, all that stuff. But this is a blunder in my mind where you own ESPN, you own ABC, you get 2 Monday night games, and you're going to put them in the same time slots. Split the audience.
Split it.
And then you think, well, why are they hemorrhaging money? Okay, well, never mind.
Yeah, who knows?
Well, let's start with let's start with the ABC game. That's at 7:15. That's going to be Green Bay taking on the New York Giants. The Giants are a 6.5-point dog. Yeah. I'm looking at some sevens now on a few books here. A full touchdown underdog at home.
Yeah, Andy, if you can get it at 6.5, do it now. Towards the Cheeseheads. I love the Packers. I think this is one of my locks of the week, Andy. This is going in my parlay. I was tempted by the Giants as a home dog, as New York's been, I guess you could say, playing well, while the Packers could be in for a letdown after the big win against the Chiefs. However, the Packers are just a far better team, Andy. More trustworthy team, and are still in the mix for the playoff spots coming into this week. The Giants are in the mix as well, I guess you could say, but I have to think Green Bay keeps it going for another week here. Give me Green Bay with the points. I love the way Jordan Love's playing right now. He is coming into his own, and I do not have any respect for this New York Giants team right now.
They've won 2 in a row.
Yep.
Then
Good for them.
I know what you're going to say. It was Washington, it was New England.
Yep.
They still scored. Oh, well. They scored 10 points.
Yep.
They scored 10 points.
I've watched the Green Bay Packers the last 2 weeks very diligently, beating the Super Bowl champions and then beating the Chargers. Both games,
that was a really
Jordan
good game.
Love looked very good in it. The bright lights weren't too big for him. It seems like he's coming into his own as a quarterback, and that really, I think, really sucks for NFC North people because they were banking on this guy not being very good, and it seems he's above average.
Yeah, he's above average, but the whole book's not out on him yet.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
And I think you're a prisoner of the moment here because you were up in Green Bay.
Yep.
You were at Madison the day before for the college game.
Yep.
And then, that was a very fun, very impressive performance, but a lot of things broke the way for Green Bay. Things like that tend to come around. And one of the places that always seems to get the breaks is the New York Giants at home.
Yeah,
I'm not going to bet them outright here for money line, but I do think they're going to cover this. There's so many different models and score predictors actually have New York winning this game, let alone dropping it. You're looking up and down like, well, who's their quarterback? Who's their running
Danny
right?
DeVito's son, Tommy DeVito.
Tommy DeVito.
Yeah.
So he might not be the tallest guy out there.
Hey, wise guy, Tommy DeVito's going to play.
Hey, Drew Brees should have squashed that. You don't need to be 6'5", 6'6" to be a quarterback in the NFL.
I hope not. Mine's way shorter than that.
So I don't know. I just at home Monday night Giants. I think they can cover touchdown?
Not going to happen.
Touchdown?
Not going to happen.
I'm not going to convince you. What about this total at 36?
Yeah, I believe that what you're saying, it probably should go over is what you're saying?
Probably. I think so, yes. Yes, okay. I'll go over.
Yeah, you'll go over.
I'm going to lean towards the over.
I would lean towards the under, Andy. I believe that the New York Giants probably don't score over 7 points in this game.
What?
I believe...
They just scored 10 against one of the best defenses in the league.
And Packers are pretty good, and they have the best matchup in fantasy football this week. They're not going to score very many points. I love the Green Bay Packers to score 14-7, Green Bay.
Hey, they scored 31 points against Washington 2 weeks ago.
There you go. Everybody scores against Washington.
That's about it, though. Yeah, they have a pretty terrible offense. All righty, should we move on to the final Monday night game?
Let's do it.
Over on the mothership, ESPN, the Tennessee Titans are heading down to Miami.
Welcome to Miami.
Where the Dolphins are a 13-point home favorite. That total is jacked up to 46.5.
Whoa, Andy.
Come on.
We're talking about Dak. With the MVP race and all that kind of stuff, and he's the clear favorite right now. Yeah. I do believe that people have looked away from Tua a little bit in this race because I do believe he should still be talking about it. What really, kind of triggers that is that everybody's saying, well, Tyreek should be in the MVP race as well, which he should be.
That's a really good problem for Miami.
It really is. And it's kind of the same thing with the San Francisco 49ers with Brock being up there so far and Christian McCaffrey right behind him. So it's kind of these tandem guys. But no, I'll stay with the Dolphins here, Andy. Miami is rolling right now, coming off another solid performance against who? The Washington Commanders. Commanders. Yep. The Dolphins compiled 406 yards, 283 passing in that one, while holding the Commanders to just 245, only 107 passing yards and 11 first downs. So Miami has posted a combined 79 points with just allowing 28 over their last 2 games.
Yep.
These are video game numbers these guys are putting up, and it's just fun to see. I believe Tennessee is in for a juggernaut right here, and they're not going to be able to combat it with their rookie quarterback in very shoddy defense.
No way. We're in total agreement here. That's a nice way to wrap up the show, right? Miami, this line opened up at 11.5. It's been bet up to 13. Get in on it as soon as you can, but it doesn't matter. 14.5. They're going to win by a couple touchdowns here.
I believe so.
They are averaging 31 points per game. Are these Dolphins? The Titans on the other side, they're averaging 16 points per game.
Yeah.
Just terrible. Yep. Just terrible. So
dismal.
I like Miami each and every single way here. Real quick, that total, 46.5?
Yeah, 46.5. You got to believe that Miami's pushing this up. I do believe it probably gets there because Miami's going to score 30 by themselves.
Yep.
If they can get Derrick Henry on the 1-yard line or Spears or anybody from the Tennessee Titans to push one in for you, I believe this over does get it.
I like that. All right, Mr. Parlay Pounder.
Yeah.
You got a parlay play.
I do, and it's 3 games that we have. Oh, just 2 things that we've already talked about, and then I'm throwing one in.
Okay.
So I'm starting this one off. It's a 3-teamer. I got Mitch Trubisky with those rushing yards on Thursday night, starting it out on Thursday, bringing it all the way to Monday. I love doing that. Love spreading this parlay throughout the week. So Mitch Trubisky over 13.5 rushing yards. Then I got this game, Houston versus the New York Jets. I'm taking Houston. I love the way Houston's playing right now. The Jets don't even know who's going to start in quarterback right now. Just the money line for Houston. And then I'm ending it with that game we just disagreed on. I got the Green Bay Packers winning by 6.5 on Monday night. I'm putting $25 on this to win 106.
I like the payout there. I like the payout there, and you got to risk it, You got
to risk it for the biscuit.
Hey, and you got Mr. Biscuit playing in this parlay, so
you do.
There's some symmetry there.
There's some symmetry. I'm betting against both New York teams at home. So couple road teams got to do it for me. But Trubisky, Houston Texans, and Green Bay by 6.5. I believe this is going to hit. Let's see it.
Let's do it. Well, that'll about do it for us this week. Be sure to follow us on ESPN Tri-City Radio on their Facebook page, our Twitter handle. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel as well. Having a lot of fun producing feature-length content.
Yeah.
And also on YouTube Music, their new podcasting platform. That continues to grow and grow. And then those YouTube Shorts, getting some traction on those as well. You also got the TikTok, right?
You got it. TikTok games before primetime games in the NFL. Usually head on to TikTok to see what I'm on for those games.
Boom, daily free picks.
Let's go.
For Jabron, the Parlay Pounder, I'm Andy Klassen. Thank you for listening. This has been WTL.